So what you can do is you can just randomize stuff and, see what looks good, then kind of go from there. Or if you already have ideas, you can kind of use, like, I'm not going to save this one, but I can go into a pattern I've already done, like say this one here, and then transfer it over to the new design. So what you do is you go edit, go whole selection, put in cenotaph, and it'll keep the same patterns and colors, and see how it's already kind of already at there. And you can adjust it. You can adjust it so it looks right on the actual ship that you're using. So you can kind of use the same pattern to, the same ship design on a new ship. Yeah. So it's like, you can go in and take any design that you've already had. Something like this. Or let's do this one. Let's do purple. Go to edit design. Hull selected. Cenotaph. And so you can already get like a cool skin base. You can adjust it from here to make it look better, but it gives you kind of the same idea on a new model. So without having to like do a whole lot of designing, you can change things around. So you can get really crazy with it. So you can try like, or something like this. See what happens. Yeah, I could probably take this off. I don't even need that. And down here's, how complicated it is and how pricey it's going to be. Let's try another one. Let's see. Let's try the one I did yesterday. Made this one yesterday. Let's see what happens when I put that on the single tab. So it doesn't really stand out. It kind of has the orange in there. It's not too bad, but see, none of the patterns come through because it's so complicated in here. So you can't really see the patterns. So that's why you only get simple recolorizations with this skin a lot, because that's all you can really do is recolor it, because none of the patterns will show up because there's no long sections where the patterns will show up on other ships. That's why, like, the Kronos is good for designing, and the flounder ship that you had before, I forget what it's called, the one that you designed on. Uh, yeah, so any kind of flat ship is really good. Like, I like the Gila too. The Gila is really good for designing a ship. I think I can put in a Gila. Try it with these colors. See, that doesn't look too bad. You can adjust these parts here and make it look better. Like, I can take this out. Or I can change the color to an orange. Yeah, the Vargas. That's it. Vargas is such a good platform just for, because it's so flat. So you can see the pattern really well. But it's really, if you know how to manipulate the ships, you can make a lot of different things. Yeah, exactly. You can only do a simple recoloring with a really complicated ship. Let's see, I can reset this pattern. I like the pattern, but it wasn't projecting right on the. Yep. So you reset it and then put it back down. You can see how it looks. Now I gotta find the pattern again. There it is. So you can do weird things like this and take it and mirror it so it looks, you know, looks weird. Then change the color to something more pleasing than blue. But since you got the blue here, it really sticks out, so you can see what it looks like before you change the color to something more pleasing. And then you can go like this and scale it up a little bit, move it out a little. Yeah, the red doesn't really stand out that much, so I like the purple. The gold is pretty cool too. This horizon pattern's really expensive, but they came out with this pattern, which is not as expensive. That looks exactly the same almost. Look at the difference. See, it's a little bit lighter. This one, you gotta buy Adamum for and go to the Deathless area to pick it up. So you gotta go to a PvP area for basically the same color. You can get this one costs about 800 million. This one costs about 80 million. Try another hull. Try something like Oh. Yeah, see, Hookville has some areas where it's complicated, so it doesn't project the pattern very good either. So basically, you can just take the patterns off. See, it doesn't change it all that much. Because the patterns are very projection dependent. You got to think of it like a spotlight shining the pattern on it. That's how you think of it. And then, like, when it doubles, you got to think like two spotlights coming in and kind of overlapping. That's kind of how I think of it, the patterns. You see, it's like a spotlight coming down and halving the ship. You just play. You just, you know, see what you can do. And you use, like the degrees here. It's very helpful. So you do -90. So you can make it, uh, you know, flat and even. That's why it's best, to use a color that stands out before you use a color that, you know, I like to use something, like pink or something, even if I'm not going to make the ship pink. It still stands out so you can see where the pattern will apply, so then you can get more subtle with the pattern. Make it look good. Even white's good because it stands out so you can see where the pattern lies. Once you learn the controls, it gets pretty easy to kind of manipulate things around. Uh, Give it kind of like a like that. Yeah, green doesn't look that good. Gold. Yeah, that's how it. That's how you design. It's just play. You know, Even the random button is pretty good. You can just randomize different things, and you know, something like that. You could definitely design and do something with. Go here and then you know mirror it. See how it's mirrored on both sides now, instead of just like what it was before. Before it was like, see, it's not offset. It's weird. Now it's centered. You can find something that stands out, makes it look cool. With different colors. See, if you ever make a mistake, you can just go back and go like that and see it comes back exactly where it is. Buttons down here are very useful. Undo and redo. So if something doesn't look right, you can always just go back and fix it again. Yeah. Yeah, I just hit random and, got an idea of a new. Try to find a color that fits. Maybe a light blue. So, don't like that. Go back and just boom, boom. This. Mirror it so you get it on the other side too. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Skinner's pretty powerful. It's getting really good. They're doing a lot with it. It's no APB, but it's pretty good. APB is another game that I used to play back in the day, and it was really, you could design like logos. Like you would have a logo designer, and you could design a logo, right, and then project it onto the car. It would be so you could project things, so you could make your own patterns basically. You could put them on top and on top and on top and different layers. And, so even though I'm, you know, new to skinning Eve, I've actually been skinning for about 10 years, so I'm not brand new to skinning. I've already been skinning in other games. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Get some red in there. Green. You don't have to go with the expensive colors. You can go for something cheaper. Like that. Go. Anime guys like pink. I know that. Pink and purple. It's kind of girly, but hey, it's pretty cool. Save this one. Come up with a name. Let's see. Actually, what you should do is save as, so that way you don't accidentally overwrite your old stuff. Go. What should I call this? Purple Kush. Purple Kush. Kush. Lava lamp. Yeah, he waited years for Skinr, definitely. Not so bad. Got a bunch of skins actually making. It's my sketchbook Chronos. It looks like somebody drew it. Looks like it's drawn directly on the screen. So it's like a pencil sketch. This is dimension line. This is like a dimensional line. It's white and silver, and it sells pretty well. It's like one of the first skins I ever designed. I sell a bunch of them. This is the second one here. This is based on a design that I sell. It was just the back was shiny like this. But this is like an updated version with different little scratches in it. It looks cool. This is the skin I flew for the holidays. I was doing the low sec Halloween mission, the low sec Halloween event, and we were flying Gnosis around. And this is the skin that I was flying. Well, kind of a version of it. The skin I had before was a little different. And then this skin I just made not too long ago for a contest. Um, this isn't my contest entry, but it's a version of it. It looks kind of scaly and kind of cool. So yeah, my skills are maxed out. So everything here is the shortest time it can be for Skinr. So it takes like a day and day for some skins. This one's almost done. This is an hour left to go. But you can train up some more slots, but I'll never use, I don't need 12 slots because, who has that much plex, really? But I can train multiple copies. Like if I need to do 6 copies, I could do 6 copies. But who does that, unless you're doing it for an alliance or something, I could train up the skills in no time flat. If I ever needed to, but I don't sell that many skins. Like I said, I just kind of sell one here, one there. But yeah, so that's Skinr. I like Skinr. It's pretty cool. Here's some of my friend's skins. My friend is a really good Skinr. He's probably the best Skinr in the game, in my opinion. This guy. He does really good patterns. And he blends it very well. See, I didn't make that one. Here's another one that I didn't make. See, it's like a marble pattern. He does really good with the kind of design elements that I can't do. He blends really well. And this is the one I bought him. I bought this from him. This is what my Chronos looks like when I fly it, and I fly it in incursions now. But you can see how like the colors are amazing. just like how he blends them together. I really like the gold trimming. Really nice. He's the best Skinner in the game, in my opinion. This guy. You know, I do okay, but this guy's just amazing. Look at that. He sent me a bunch of his designs because he was proud of them. He's really good at skinning. Yeah, yeah, we're in the Eve Discord. Yeah, but he's such a good skinner. Oh, thanks. I try. It always looks worse to the artist than it does to the person on the outside. I noticed. Artist is always the most critical person to his own art. I like this one here too. This is one I did. I like how it's you got little hive patterns on it. Nobody would ever look that close at it, but it doesn't matter. It's really cool. It's kind of silvery. If you look up in here, there's hive patterns all up in here. Yeah, it just takes time. Like I've been working on it for a while. I started using Photoshop probably in God 1996. That's when I started using Photoshop for editing photos and stuff. So it kind of developed from that. I went to Photoshop and then right into modeling skins and stuff in games when they started making more accessible programs. I just like how it blends in here. See right in this area here how it blends. It's really cool. Even though it's it's kind of janky, but it looks pretty good. But yeah, I got the dimensional line is a bunch of white and silver. I haven't sold that one yet. I just made it. This is the first skin I made was the dimensional Gila. See how shiny it is. It's amazing how shiny. Just how reflective it is. And what's really cool is when this ship gets dirty, it actually looks better. The dirty ship actually improves the appearance of the skin, which you would never think to look at it. But when you fly the ship around a while and all of a sudden it gets dirty and then it really blends the colors together and it really looks awesome. So I never wash my Gila because it looks better dirty. Yeah, Gila is amazing. You're right. You see this one and around. Yeah, definitely. My Ishkar. I fly this around sometimes. I just like how it shines. And I use the white to kind of offset the shine. So it's not completely shiny all the way across. People can just put shiny and make the whole thing shine. But this is, it's blended in together. So I can still even add another pattern to it if I want to. So it's kind of a good base to kind of get started. I can add, colors here and colors here, and then add another pattern on top of it, and it looks really nice. So it's a good base to start off with. This Kronos Oracle. I sold one of these. It's got a little bit of the pink coloring in it. Orthus looks really cool. Get the shiny on the back. Sold a couple of Vedmax. Looks really cool. I actually sold one. I was actually talking. Somebody was talking about bringing a Vedmak on a fleet, and I was like, "Oh, I got Vedmak skins. Buy one." And he bought one right then, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I didn't expect somebody to buy one like right as selling it. It's a nightmare. You can't really see with all the complicated patterns in here. You can't really see that this is reflective here and this is white. That's the kind of problem with the nightmare, because you have to have two really separating colors to tell the difference. That there's an actual. So I've never sold that one. Then I do weird stuff like this. Kind of like the weird little pattern on the flanges here. It looks always remind me of a compass. So that's what I was thinking, like a compass kind of. These here. Never sold these ones, but I like how it kind of blends together, the purple and the blue, the shiny. This was the original one that I made. That was inspiration for that. I like the other one better though. I like this one better, but that was the inspiration for it. I was doing ice mining, and this is what I was using the ice mine. Just made it for myself. Really like the industrial looking, venture skins. So I made a blue one for myself. Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically, I sell these once in a while. These industrial Hulks. It's a work in progress where it has the actual like holes in it from like, I would guess, like meteors hitting it. So there's like holes hitting the hull from all the little pieces of debris that it's mining off of. That was the idea with that. But I have a bunch of other ones like that. Yeah, very Goonish skin, definitely. Let's see. Yeah. It's kind of like a like a caterpillar they have on the side of the road now. That's what I was thinking of when I designed this. What would Caterpillar look like in the year 3000? Metamorphosis. The same kind of idea with the compass kind of idea. These ones sell pretty well. It's a little janky, but I like the green color. It's like a greenish color. It's hard to see it, but you can see it here in the purple. And then the skull on the back is always a big seller. People like the skull in the back. So I have a bunch of those I sold. Like I sold a bunch of these gardeners. I sell them as popular ships a lot because people will pay for the most popular ships. They'll pay a lot of price of it. But you can see how it's really two different colors in the design. It's really different. It's like a midnight Orthus. It's pretty cool. It's got the skull in the back, which is always a big seller. have a Sleipnir for sale. I don't think anybody's bought it yet. Let's see, it has a skull too. But it's kind of janky because it's kind of up on that platform there. But if you're flying it, you would see it like this, you know. Some of the first skins I made was Chrono skins. Thought that was pretty cool. Mo Money. If you're old and remember Homie the Clown. Probably not that old. There was an old sketch show called In Living Color, and there was a character called Homie the Clown. And he used to go, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money. I like this one. I have this one skinned on my Chronos too. But I fly the other skin. I don't even fly my own skin. I fly somebody else's skin on my ships. Yeah. Like I said, it's probably like the early 90s. This is in living color. But look it up. It's really funny. You know, it's kind of reverent comedy. You know, back when they could do, you know, weird stuff. Like there was it was like cribs for a homeless guy, and he had a box, and he would call it this old box, and he would do like renovations. It was based on an old show called like Bob Vila. Bob Vila would renovate people's houses, and uh well, yeah, when comedy could be comedy, exactly. It was Damon Wayans. That's who it was. Damon Wayans would do this old box, and he would do homeless, you know, renovations on his box. And it was really funny. Damon Wayans is a comedian that was really popular in the early '90s, but he kind of disappeared. But he was a really good comedian. This is my stabbing knife. I need to practice my stabbing. You ever watched what show is that? Uh Not Family Guy, not Simpsons, but the other one. With the spaceship. Oh, Planet Express. I don't remember what it was called. But there was a guy on there and he talked about his stabbing knife. That's where I got that name from. And this is Viper camo. I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of like a modern camo. Modern technological camo. Like I could see this flying behind a starship. Then you have little practice ones where I was painting and it looks like a splatter. This is what I send to people when they annoy me. I send them a penis. Yes, a penis skin. This is what I was thinking of selling. I like this one here, coercer. See a lot of coercers flying around. Oh, excuse me. It's based on this one here. Yeah. One of the very first skins I made was called Time to Penis skin. And basically, yeah, with this penis skin, what you can do is you can sequence this, right? And have it here, right? On that activated skin. See? This one here, I got a penis skin. Time to penis skin, right? And here's how you can harass somebody what you do is you go in game and you go sell. And you go, let's see, 3 months. You go specific target. Who do I not like? So you go, you know, I don't like this guy, Kendrick Khan. Kendrick Khan. And then you send it to him for, you know, 8 million plex. You know, something he would never buy. And it only costs, it only costs 5 million to do this. And he would never buy it. But what'll happen is he'll go into the Paragon hub, and right here, let's see, only targeted at me, and there will be a penis forever, permanently targeted, at the person. So whenever somebody ganks me, I send them the penis skin, and I, send it for like a stupid high price, and it'll show up on the screen. Yeah. So that so it's a minor way of harassing somebody. They would have to go into Skinr to see it, but I could just imagine some, ganker that's just sitting there one day and we go to Skinr, and all of a sudden there's a penis there. Yeah, these are two skins that don't really sell. I've had them forever, but I thought they were kind of cool. A roadkill, like, you hit it. This reminds me of cars in my area. Cars always hit deer in the area and splatter blood all over it. So I made a version of that. It was one of the early skins I made. It's super expensive for what it is. It's just a blood spatter pattern on, a default Vexer. But nobody's ever bought it, so. But it reminded me of Roadkill. So that's why I made that one. So I said, just have these hanging here to use to harass people if they were annoying me. These are all the skins that I have sequenced. Like this cheetah one's pretty cool. I don't really sell any of them. And I've sold a couple of them, but I haven't sold a lot of them. But I really like that because it looks like the animal skin. It looks really cool. I fly that one myself just because I always wanted cheetah skin on my cheetah. But yeah, so I accidentally misnamed this one, so it looks like I have two of the same skin, but one's for a Moa and one is for a Gila. Even though they're both named Dimensional Gila. But yeah, these are all my things. Dot Skin guy actually gave me a gift. He gave me a black Christmas gift for being a designer. He just sent it to me for free. This is not. It doesn't. It's not super expensive, but it definitely cost him. 40 plex at least. Maybe 30 plex. Maybe 30 plex. But 30 plex is nothing to sneeze at. He sent a bunch of people the skins. I thought this one was pretty cool. I was flying a Dreca back for there was like an event where you were flying like flashpoint sites, and there was like 30 Drex doing a site. So that's when I made this skin. I thought it was pretty cool. Called Streaky. Oh yeah, he is far and away the biggest seller. Is the guy that sells the black skins. Yeah, he sells far and away the most skins of anybody. Even CCP has said that. I thought this one was pretty funny. Ice knife. Oh, it looks like the pattern's not right, but it's this should be that color here. Reminds me of It reminds me of the axe in the Minecraft, or the pick in Minecraft. That's why I need an ice knife. Remind me of the pick in Minecraft, like diamond cutter. Let's see, where did I do? It's weird how there's a bug sometimes where it doesn't show the entire skin. See, this is how it should look. Yeah, diamond pickaxe, exactly. See, this is how it should look. And I was using that for the winter event. But I realized Praxis could do it just as good for a lot cheaper. This costs about 600 million to run a winter site when I could use a Praxis that was 200 million and do the same thing, basically. But that's when I made this skin. But yeah, it's basically a tour of my skins. You put a little skull there so you can see like the eyes shining through. Somebody else came up with that idea. I stole it. They came up with this skull showing eyes through the skin, you know. But that's basically it. I don't really have any other skins to show you. I did this one. I thought it was pretty good. It doesn't sell. Like a like a tornado blowing by the ship. Yeah, definitely. I take a lot of inspiration from others because the ones I make, like this one, don't sell. But it's like like I just pictured a farmhouse, out somewhere, and like all the dirt getting all over the farmhouse from the tornado going by and not blowing over the farmhouse, but depositing a bunch of crap on it. So that was the idea behind this. But nobody sees the art behind. They want skulls and roses and things on it, not esoteric dirt marks. Yeah, I did a little after dark, kind of like yeah, skulls. People love skulls, flames. Exactly. These are the hardest ships to design for, just because there's nothing really you can do with them. It's just I like flying the ship, but the ship is just so ugly and it just doesn't look right with any kind of skin on it. So if you see somebody with a good Viator skin, man, they really know what they're doing. Whoever made that skin, I just made this. This people were talking about hooking because when they go sky hooking, so I made like a pimp skin for when they're hooking. Because pimping ain't easy. So when they go skyhooking, they pick up the loot with the deluge. That's where this idea came from. See, it's just so hard to skin for this. No matter what you do, it just doesn't look really good. You know, and it's so expensive to skin too. It's like who's going to pay 2 billion for a skin that doesn't really look that good, no matter what you do. So somebody with a Viator skin, man, they must have done something. Because like even the professional ones, I don't think would look all that good. It's nothing to do with it. Yeah, Crane or Bustard. Yeah, they're good ships. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's about all my designs. Well, I like this one too. This one's pretty cool. Ugh. It's kind of like my other one, but looks really alien and kind of weird. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for sticking around and you know, giving me feedback. Even a little feedback helps keep the motivation going. Porpoise is pretty cool. But yeah, Alien Hive, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the feedback. Definitely helpful.